Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of MyGM Mode here on WWE 2k23. Today we're here with episode number 8 as fresh off of another PLE here in the series. We are on into the next one, which is Extreme Rules in 4 shows. That'll be in a couple of episodes. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I'm recording this on Sunday, so I hope you enjoyed WrestleMania. Now, I am recording this after WrestleMania Saturday, but before Sunday, so this is before we know what happens in the main event. You will know by the time this episode is obviously live, but this is also being recorded after my PLE that I had premiere yesterday here on the channel, Clash at the Castle. If you missed it, I highly encourage you to go back and watch it. It was a sensational show. We had a lot of blast during it, and a lot happened on that show, to say the least. Don't want to show any or say any spoilers, but I recommend going to see that, because once we finish the next premiere PLE, which is this weekend, is on to 2k23, and my 2k23 Universe Mode series, for those asking, will be coming soon, and it will be a continuation of 2k22. So if you want to know everything that happens, I recommend going to watch those episodes. But that's enough talk of Universe Mode. Let's get into MyGM Mode again. Hope you guys are excited. If you are, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more WWE content. As well as if you're interested in buying some Rogue Energy, you can use my code Mr. Rob as always and receive 10% off your next purchase. But let's kind of recap what happened. We just had Hell in a Cell. It was a very successful show for us. As you can see, we once again closed the gap between us and SmackDown. But where we've struggled at in this series is these shows after the PLE. We've had a hard time maintaining the momentum and kind of trying to not let that gap go back to being wide. If you can hear my dog in the background, I apologize. He's currently chewing on a bone behind me. But so we're going to try to do a better job in these coming weeks to not allow SmackDown to take another lead, as we have one commissioner goal this week, a TLC match. I think that'll help us. Here's a look at the roster currently. Our top popularity superstars are Randy Orton and Braun Strowman. If you missed the Hell in a Cell episode of MyGM, but we had 2 5-star classics. We had Strowman and Sami Zayn put on a 5-star for the U.S. title, and we had Asuka and Rhea Ripley put on a 5-star classic for the Raw Women's Championship. But a couple of news. The big one, Randy Orton is currently hurt coming out of Hell in a Cell. It is 4 weeks. Now, it's not going to be 4 weeks because we do have a power card. I'm going to go ahead and hit with Randy Orton, which is injury rehab, so it reduces an injured superstars by 3 weeks. We're going to go ahead and put that on Randy Orton, so it's only 1 week now, which is a lot better because he still has an active feud with the Usos going currently, and that's a level 2 rivalry. And one thing I want to do a better job coming out of this PLE is make sure that we have some rivalries that are still going. We're not always starting out from scratch. The other big one, Asuka's getting a week off because she has worked hard. She has earned it. She's one of our top stars, probably the MVP so far of this series. A couple other big rivalries still going on. We still have a WWE Championship rivalry. Reigns and Rey Mysterio are still going strong, level 3. Hopefully that'll continue. And then Bayley, Liv Morgan's level 3. I'm not sure how much longer we're going to have that continue. We will have that continue in at least the first part of this episode, as you'll see in just a second. Other things, we had Shinsuke Nakamura turn heel, so he will feud with Kevin Owens. And then I did sign a couple of guys. I signed Logan Paul, is somebody I think we could use. He has 49 pops, a little low, but I do want to get him involved. He's a fighter. I think he could be a really good player for us. And then I did sign Kofi Kingston. Now, I did have plans for Kofi. He's got 55 pop, and he's got some pretty good promo skills, and I think he's going to be a good player, and you'll see why once we show you the show, as that is what our roster looks like. And here is what the show has in mind, at least this first one at least. We're going to start off with a tag match. I have realized I haven't done a lot of tag matches that aren't championship matches, so I think this is a good way to intertwine a couple of rivalries, especially with Orton out of the week. We'll see Rey Mysterio team up with Edge to take on Jimmy Uso and Roman Reigns. That'll keep the Mysterio-Reigns rivalry going, as well as Edge and Uso. And as you can see, Jay is expected to run in, so that'll hopefully get us a good start to the show, as well as kind of continue the feuds. Kofi Kingston, the newest man, he's going to call out Braun Strowman. This will be our next United States Championship feud. Strowman looked absolutely great against the Cruiserweight, so I thought, why not sign Kofi Kingston and try to replicate that formula again? So that'll be our U.S. title feud going into Extreme Rules. Donna Matrix won a match against Raquel Rodriguez on the last night of her contract, so I just said, yeah, might as well give it to you and hopefully get Raquel a win. Shinsuke Nakamura will call out Kevin Owens, so that'll start that rivalry. As I realize we need some more rivalries that aren't for championships, so hopefully Nakamura and Owens, I think they can do a good job. They have 61 pops, so that could be a very good mid-card rivalry for us. Owens will hopefully beat Akira Tozawa to continue his popularity increase. And then Sami Zayn's going to call out Gunther. Now, Sami Zayn's fresh off of a 5-star classic. I didn't want to see him go by the wayside. And we haven't really done anything with Gunther in recent time. And it's another giant cruiser rivalry that I think could really help both men. So I think Sami Zayn calling out Gunther will get that rivalry hopefully started. And our main event is TLC, a level 3 rivalry. I thought this was the best spot to put it at. Bayley and Liv Morgan. We had the match at the PLE. Bayley has won 2 out of the 3 matches in the series. But hey, we need a good main event and we need a good rivalry to keep us going. So I thought Bayley and Liv Morgan hopefully can deliver. So that is what the show is looking like. And hopefully we can have a good show coming out of Extreme Rules. All right, we'll start off with Edge and Rey Mysterio versus Jimmy and Roman Reigns. Jay running in, and that'll give his bloodline brethren the win. And a 3-star good match. That's a nice way to start tonight's show. Kofi Kingston will call out Braun Strowman. It was okay. It did not start the rivalry, though, so that's a little disappointing. That rivalry does not start, so we got a little bit of ground to make up there. Raquel Rodriguez versus Donna Matrix. Hopefully this just gives Raquel the win. Hopefully the damage isn't too bad, as it was a 1-star match. That was the only thing I was worried about, is this one kind of hampering some momentum, and it seems like it might have did that a little bit. Nakamura calls out Owens. It was a weak promo, but it did get the rivalry going, so that's mission accomplished. That one is at a level 1 rivalry, so there's one successful call out for 1 for 2 on the night. Tozawa will take on the aforementioned Kevin Owens, and it'll be a Kevin Owens who picks up the victory in a 1.5-star match, so disappointing. Again, our mid-card matches continue to struggle on shows like this, and that's something we got to do better at if we want to catch SmackDown. Zayn calls out Gunther. It was an okay promo, but it does start the rivalry, so we did get 2 out of 3 on the call-out, so we just got to have Kingston and Strowman kickstart their rivalry in the future. And then the main event, TLC match, Bayley versus Liv Morgan. I am really hoping this one delivers level 3 rivalry, and Bayley again picks up the victory, and it was a 3.5-star match, and the rivalry does grow to 4 stars, so we can continue this one, probably have the big blow off at Extreme Rules. Hopefully the heat of it doesn't start to cool off and doesn't become stale, because I'd really like to see another level 4 rivalry reach the pay-per-view card. But good win there for Bayley. She continues her rise. She is a former Raw Women's Champion in her series, by the way. Let's see what SmackDown does. They're going to start with a SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. Dawkins and Cena will put the titles on line against Balor and Rude. It's not like they've done this match a ton, but it's still a rivalry somehow. The champs retain, and what was a 3.5-star match. They beat us by a 0.5-star, and it gets them a rivalry growth. Ford cuts a self promo. It was a good promo. For once, it wasn't a promo skill of 5, but it does get him 3 popularity. Xia Li will take on Gigi Dolan one-on-one, and it is Gigi who is able to pick up the victory here in a 3-star match. How was that 3 stars? Well, that's right, because they cut 5-star promos every single week, and their popularity is through the roof, which, whatever. But 3-star match, they kill us in that mid-card. Becky Lynch cuts a self promo. That's what I'm talking about. It gets an excellent rating, so she gets 4 popularity. Typical SmackDown cheese. Theory will take on R-Truth. There's a run-in from Ivar. Not sure why he's running in, as he was feuding with Dar earlier. But Theory's able to get the victory. That was a 3.5-star match. So again, they just absolutely destroy us in the mid-card. We've got to do a better job in that mid-card. But I don't know how we can compete if they're getting 3-star matches than people who aren't even like in a rivalry yet. And finally, the main event, Doudrop versus Alexa Bliss. 97 and 86 pop. Bliss picks up the victory, and I'm scared, a 3.5-star match. So their women's division is on fire. And once again, SmackDown beat us. We did decent in the beginning and the end, but the middle part of our show just continues to be a problem. And that's something we just have to address, as we get 38,000 fans, and that's not good news. You can see on the right side the show notes by Educated Machine Brand. Bayley hope she's okay. Looked like she got hurt, so that's not good. Hopefully her injury wasn't overly that bad. But 38,000 fans for us. They gained 66,000, so that's a 28,000 fan gain for SmackDown. That's gonna be hard to beat, but hopefully we can start to lay the groundwork and get back to it. We do get a power card. We got to start taking advantage of these. You got to start taking it to Raw or to SmackDown. One thing I haven't done enough of, I feel like, is really hinder the opposing brand. Maybe that's the kind of strategy we got to take if we want to catch SmackDown in the ratings. So now we got 3 weeks to Extreme Rules. Karen Compactor has hit the DMs. Don't know who you are. As she take out the trash or what? Because she might just be trash. And she has the Karen haircut. So I guess I see what gimmick she's trying to go for. What's up? It's so good to finally get to talk to you. I got your number from your assistant. I got to fire whoever assistant gave it to her. Hope you don't mind. I do, but nonetheless. I'm Karen Compactor. You may have heard of me. No? Yeah, I know. Well, I'm a pretty big deal on the internet, and I'm looking to get my foot in the door professionally. Would you have any room on me for your roster? You can hire me for free, and I'm sure my followers would quickly become fans of your brand if you put me in a match. Well, I wasn't going to hire you, Karen, but hey, I'll take any free jobbers I can. So yes, Karen, yes, you are hired. You can bring in extra fans for free. We'll see if she can actually do the extra fans part. But Karen Compactor, really, I won't let you down. My followers are going to love this. That's good for us. Gunther, yes, we didn't put him in a Hell in a Cell match. Uh-oh. You agreed that putting me in my specialty would be awesome. I actually believed you would book me in that match. Sorry, Gunther, it's just too much on the plate. But here we are, and you probably already forgot about it, didn't you? Please try not to disrespect my trust for you again. I thought you had your respect. Maybe I was wrong. Well, major decrease for Gunther. Let's take a look real quick at the roster. Where's Gunther? Okay, now he's just middle level. I think he was smiling earlier, so not the worst. He still is not angry, so we'll take that. But not the best show to start off the first parts, as yeah, told Gunther he partnered with Strowman in a tag match for the next 3 weeks. That one we actually got to make sure we do, and I think we will get that one done. I think Gunther will get in a tag match with Strowman in the coming weeks. So not the best starts, but we have another episode. We got a couple of rivalries started, so let's take advantage of those rivalries and really start to take it to SmackDown. Alright, so I've booked this second half of this show. I have a little bit of faith in this one. As you can see, though, at the top right of the screen, we have almost no money left in the bank. So I really need this show to bring us in some cash as well as be successful, because I did make a signing, which you'll see in just a second, before this one started. As here's a look at the show, and right off the bat, we're going to start off with our newest signing, Carmella. Will take on Asuka. Carmella costs like $80-something thousand for 10 weeks, so I'm really banking high on the most beautiful woman in all of WWE, and she's taking on Asuka to begin her career, begin her stint here on Monday Night Raw. But that's not the plans that I have for Carmella. Maybe she does show out in this match, then maybe. But I really want to do Carmella and Rhea Ripley, because Rhea Ripley had a phenomenal feud with Asuka, and I want to keep her momentum going. And I think if we can bring in Carmella, then that feud could really actually do pretty well and give Rhea something to do, gives Carmella something to do. They have pretty good popularity. I don't want to let Rhea's popularity go to wayside, even though she's not on the show, which is not a good thing. But that's what the plan is for Carmella. But I think her starting off a match against Asuka, our most popular woman on the roster, could be a pretty good opening part of the show. Then we're going to have Logan Paul cut a self promo. I want to get him in the mix. He's at 47 pop. Hopefully he has good mic skills and he can increase himself a little bit. Mid-card match first, Sami Zayn and Gunther. They did not actually start the rivalry last week with the promo, so I'm having to go the old-fashioned route and have them face off one-on-one, so hopefully that's a good mid-card match. Edge will do a little bit of advertising, hopefully give us some money while the Usos and Randy Orton are not on the show. Same thing with same thing with Gunther and Zayn, excuse me. This rivalry did not start last week, so I want to get started here. So Kofi will take on Braun Strowman one-on-one, non-title. Owens will call out Nakamura after Nakamura called him out last week to hopefully advance that feud. And then our main event, it is a submissions match. We have to have one submission match on the show this week for our commissioner goal, and it is for the WWE Championship. So it's a pretty big time match to put on. I'm really hoping to do good in the ratings this week, and I think we can do it. Let's just hopefully not disappoint. And we got to actually make some money too, as that costs $35K. But nonetheless, Carmella and Asuka to begin. And the winner of this match is Carmella. So she wins in her debut. That's a 2-star match. Not the best start to the show, though. But Carmella picks up a huge victory to start off tonight's show. Logan Paul's self promo was excellent. He gains 4 pops. So that's really good for him. I was like, I got to find somebody for him to get involved with soon. Zayn and Gunther one-on-one. It is a rivalry. I thought it wasn't a rivalry, but nonetheless it is. Zayn picks up the victory in a 3-star match, so their rivalry is now level 1. I should have put that in the opening spot, but when I was booking the show or looking at my roster, it said it wasn't a rivalry, so I'm not entirely sure what was that all about. So that kind of hurt us in the opener, but at least we did have a good mid-card match for once. Edge's promo was good. He did lose 4 pop, though, but he did gain us $15,000, so hopefully that's not too bad. Well, also 4. Kingston and Strowman going one-on-one, no non-title. Hopefully this will kickstart their rivalry going. And Strowman is able to pick up the victory in what was a 2.5-star match. So we did okay in the mid-card, and it doesn't look like this rivalry actually started, which is not good. Owens cuts a good promo. That rivalry's at level 2, so that one's doing pretty solid here, which is nice to see. And then our main event submissions match for the WWE Championship. And the winner is Roman Reigns. He retains the championship against Rey Mysterio. And it was a 4-star match. And it says the rivalry is complete. I did use a power card on this match. I did fix the match so that Roman Reigns retained the championship because I didn't want him to lose it here. So Roman Reigns still is your winner. It says the rivalry is complete. Hope maybe we can get this a little bit more legs into Extreme Rules, as I don't really have anybody lined up right away for Roman Reigns, and I was kind of hoping this would continue, but that's a good ending to the show. So everything besides our opener was actually pretty solid. And their rivalry is going to start with an opener of an Extreme Rules match between Bliss and Doudrop. This rivalry, I don't know how it's still going. And Bliss, I don't know how, but has 99 popularity. How bad is the damage on the first match of the night? As Doudrop is the winner, and it was a 4-star match. So we got beat by 2 stars in the opener. Baszler cut a self promo that was good for once, so only 2 popularity increase for her. Robert Roode versus Montez Ford one-on-one is the next match, and Robert Roode is victorious. And that was a 2-star match, so we do win at least a mid-card match for once. Dawkins' self promo was excellent. Of course it was. No surprise there, and it gains 4. SmackDown Women's Championship on the line. Becky Lynch will defend against Gigi Dolan. And still your champion is Becky Lynch. That was a 4-star match, so they just love to just beat us where they can. I swear the computer has the advantage of knowing what I'm going to do, because why would they put that in the mid-card? Why would they not put that as the main event? But nonetheless, hopefully we win the main event. Excellent promo. Are you surprised by Xia Li? I am not in this series, at least. And their main event's a triple threat match. Austin Theory versus R-Truth versus Ivar. And Ivar is victorious. And that was a 4-star match, so we could not get away from this rivalry just one-upping us. As I thought we put on a good show, but apparently SmackDown is just killing it in all facets of the game right now. As we gained 35,000 fans and made $102,000, which is nice. And then in there, they gained 54,000 fans and they gained $84,000. I really don't know what to do. I feel like I'm putting together pretty solid matches, but it's not working. Like, we're falling behind again, almost at 100,000 behind SmackDown. Something is not working, and we got 2 weeks till Extreme Rules, and we got to try to fix that. Braun Strowman says, hey, my contract at Raw is up at the end of the week. I want to keep you for sure. You'd be interested in staying for $84,000. Yeah, I want to continue to make that happen. So I'll make that happen for $84K. We'll keep Braun Strowman. Uso says, it feels good to be the best. Wouldn't you agree? I feel like Raw is the best brand around, and me, I'm the best superstar around. That's high praise for yourself, considering you have yet to win the titles. This journey has been amazing, but at times I feel like I'm getting lost in the crowd. I know the WWE Universe loves me, though. How do you feel about my impact on Raw? So this is actually, we haven't seen this yet. This is a pretty open-ended question. We could say, I absolutely appreciate what you bring to Raw. You're one of the top stars. In fact, I want to offer you a bonus. I don't want to offer you a bonus. I appreciate you, I do, but despite your popularity, I can't show you special treatment. This is an equal locker room. There are no favorites. That is not true either. There are definitely favorites, but I don't want to give you $50,000, and never did he really ask for $50,000, so I don't know where that number's coming from, but I'll say this is an equal locker room. Jimmy says, you need to treat us equally. Sounds like an excuse to me. Do you think the fans think we're all equal? No, I don't think so. I'm not a pushover, so watch your steps. So major decrease to Jimmy Uso's popularity. And Jay, meanwhile, says, you don't seem to realize this, Pierce, but I'm a master on the mic. We know about you, Jay. I want to make my mark in a promo during tonight's show. Okay, that I can do, so I'll give in to you, Jay. Just not your brother. Tell your brother that you cannot have $50,000. As that will conclude this part of the show. That graph, that is very big. So we got to figure out something to do before the next show. I got to find a way to take it to Raw, and that's using some of these power cards that really starts to hamper them, especially this double the cost one. That's what I'll do. But it's time to take it to Raw, or time to take it to SmackDown, excuse me, as they've been taking it to us. So hopefully that'll get us closer. As next episode, we'll finish the build to Extreme Rules before having that PLE at the end of the week. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of MyGM Mode. If you did, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more wrestling content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.